Attention, please! Hey! Beware of the toucher! Serial toucher on the loose! Serial toucher on the loose!
That dirty toucher took my dolly poo-poo!
Well, well, well. This has been a long time coming. It's time to talk about Perfection's biggest critic. Someone that's been avidly following your lord and master from Discord server to Discord server, from Twitter to Twitter, from YouTube channel to YouTube channel, and it all comes to a head today. So ladies and gentlemen, Perfections, and even you Ningen over there, gather around, because it's time for the Crimson Virgo Exposed Tour, where we'll take a look into the personal life of one Crimson Virgo. Now, for those of you that don't know who Crimson Virgo is, and trust me, I don't blame you if you don't, because he's very irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but for those of you that don't know who Crimson Virgo is, I did a video on him a while ago revealing some of his furrier interests, if you know what I mean. Yes, it's that Crimson Virgo that lusts after the full moon booty Luna from Hell of a Boss. I do not know how you lust after fur, but that's besides the point, because today we're going to be talking about some of his more controversial interests. And what brings me to this, right? This is an individual that's been very critical in everything that I've done, even though it doesn't affect him in the slightest. I mean, this is a person that's followed me from Discord server to Discord server. This is a person at one point in time that I even tried to make peace with. This is a person that I tried to let bygones be bygones with. But that wasn't good enough. Peace never is it? This is a person that instead decided to continue to harass and burden me to no end. This is a person that would not stop poking the bear. This is the person that would not stop tugging on Superman's cape. Well, you wanted my attention that badly? Now you have it. As I alluded to before, I made my efforts to make peace with Crimson Virgo. Back in the day, back in 2019, me and this person was even in the same circle of Discord friends, back in another person's Discord server that I will respectfully leave unnamed. And even back then, this person made every concerted effort to antagonize me, to annoy me. They did the best to bring out my worst, and I ignored it. I ignored it for the sake of other people that I used to call friends, and for a time, it was palatable. But it got to the point of being an excess. So I did what was best. I removed myself from the situation to have a peaceful resolution, and for a time it worked. But due to another friend asking me to take this person into my Discord server, I welcomed them with open arms and did my best to treat them with the utmost respect. I treated them how I would like to be treated, and they still disrespected me. Now, during this time that they were in my Discord server, not only did they antagonize me, but they antagonized other people in my server, other followers, fans of the channel, fans of yours truly. They did their best to antagonize them, to call them out their name, to humiliate them for them being fans of mine, and I did not react out of the sake for another friend. But we came to a crossroads that could not be ignored, because eventually another individual, Crimson Virgo's close personal friend Charlie, joined the server. Now, Charlie is an individual that Crimson Virgo spends a copious amount of time with. I'm talking about hours and hours in Discord chats and Discord servers, private time talking to each other, hanging out. And you know, when we found out about this person initially in the server, we were happy, because this is the first time that Crimson Virgo had ever brought a female friend that was supposed to be his around us, and we were all, you know, happy for him. Like, this is a person that he's spending a lot of time with, he's happy about, he's enthusiastic about, and you know, the homies get happy for a homie when they found happiness. That's before we found out the truth about Crimson Virgo's little friend, Charlie. Now, weeks into her tenure in my server, having met all the different people in there and becoming greeted with them, it was revealed in the general chat by Charlie herself that she is only 14 years of age, whereas Crimson Virgo is in his 20s. Now, remember my statement earlier about them spending copious amount of time together in private Discord servers and chats and whatnot, and this is very, and I mean very, improper of a person to be doing. I mean, one person is an adult, one person is a child. I immediately kicked him out of the server, kicked his friend out of the server. Now, what makes this situation particularly disgusting is that Crimson Virgo has always been fully aware of Charlie's age. Right from the very beginning, when they started hanging out, air quotations, he's been fully aware of her age. In fact, he's one of the first people that confirmed her age in the Discord server before both of them got kicked. So I ask you again, what is an individual who's in his 20s doing hanging out with an individual that is 14 years of age? When I mean hanging out, I mean talking personally late into the late nights, hanging out when other people are not present, having intimate close time. Now again, I can't attest to knowing whether or not anything, let's just say for the sake of YouTube, promiscuous has happened, but already enough has been confirmed to establish that it's been an improper relationship between these two. So much so that friends, including myself, at different times have come to him and have spoken to him about the situation. Like, hey man, this is not right. Like, this is why you got kicked. But regardless of whether you got kicked or not, you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone that is 14 years of age. Now, it's since downgraded to the age of 13 because after this person got kicked from the server, after Crimson Virgo got kicked from the server, they followed me to another person's server, someone that will remain unnamed. They followed me to this server to harass me. Now, initially, I did not recognize the Charlie person because they changed their nicknames on Discord, and I didn't immediately notice or pick up on the fact that both of them had followed. But I had to make the other people in the server aware of it, and even they found it to be an atrocious situation. And oh, the irony, because what ended up jogging my memory about Charlie and Crimson Virgo's little friendship is that while they were there in this other person's Discord server that I happened to be the guest of, they had found another one of my friends. And while they were there, they slandered and defamed this friend, a fan of the channels, by calling them a broomer, when very well the situation that is going on between Crimson Virgo and Charlie is a brooming situation. How dare they go around falsely accusing and calling other people that when their situation is the very definition of brooming? So after this got out, after this broke out and the information got dropped in this other person's Discord server, Charlie and Crimson Virgo were brought to trial. And after all the facts were gathered and everything was confirmed, they were kicked out of the server. But before they were kicked, and this is the part that makes me think that something more, something romantic, something that may potentially be sexual is there, is the way that Charlie reacted, because she exploded. This person showed such emotion. It was as if someone's girlfriend was defending them in a dire situation. This person went hysterical, and again, the emotion, the response was so strong that it gave the impression that something sexual or romantic had happened between them. Again, I want to say that I don't know for a absolute fact anything has gone on between them, but I think it's enough to say that someone in their 20s should not be having personal, close, intimate time of any caliber or degree with someone that is 13 years of age, whether it be sexual, romantic, whatever. This is someone else's child that you should not be intermingled with, and that's the point. Again, it's not like, you know, you can have physical body parts on Discord as if you're doing anything, but this is a potential, I'm just gonna call it broomer situation. Replace the B with a G and you'll know what I mean. So this person to this day is still intermingled with a person that was admittedly 14. Later we found out was factually 13 years of age, while Crimson Virgo is in his 20s. But I had to let this be known because I don't know how many of you might have this person in your midst. And again, like I said, when I was in other people's Discord and they found out, this is a situation that you don't want any part of. You don't want to be near that particular situation, because people have gone to both of them to ask them to stop, and they refuse to stop. And the only thing that you can do really is get them far away from your Discord servers, because if something happens, if the police get involved, the investigation has to be launched, they got to come to your Discord server, this person's Discord, and nobody wants to deal with that hassle. So the best thing to do is, since they want to still remain being intermingled, the only thing that you have to do is to boot them out of your Discord server, because they are dead set on maintaining that improper relationship. So I had to let you guys know it's a doozy, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and Virgo, let me share some words of wisdom from New Temple. 15 to get you 20. See you in the next episode of the Exposed World Tour.